how is everything going for you? We haven't talked in a little while, I don't think.
Yeah, everything is going good. It's been a bit of an adjustment, but it's been a lot of fun.
The way that you guys came back against Pittsburgh, like for a young guy getting his first playoff experience, like what was that whole, especially those last 3 games, like what was that like? What did that teach you about this time of year?
I think the main thing it taught me is that it's not done till it's done. I mean, the leaders in our room, Chris, Mika, Troobs, like they rallied us together pretty good, and yeah, we all believed in each other, and I think we just had to go out there and execute. So it was yeah, it's not over till it's over. I think is the biggest lesson that I learned.
Can you give us any examples of how they rallied you guys?
Well, I think just the positivity that they kept in the room. Like we were down. We never thought that we were out of it. They kept telling us that just got to keep going. We're gonna get it. We're gonna break through. And sure enough, yeah, we weren't negative. We weren't down on ourselves at all. And I think just the positivity and the belief in each other was what got us through that one.
When you talk about adjustments, is that mental, or are you talking about on the ice, or are you talking about both?
I think both. I mentally, it's everyone's coming much quicker and harder, and I think just making sure that you're sticking to your game and coming back to pucks quick and talking lots to your teammates, and on the ice, I guess the same thing. It's faster, it's harder, and you got to be ready, and you got to be make sure you're moving, because if you're not, you're going to get beat pretty quickly.
As a defenseman, what's the biggest challenge with this Hurricanes team?
I think how hard they forecheck. They all 5 guys come hard in the zone, and they play a really fast and up the ice game. So I think we can get pucks behind them and slow them down a bit. It definitely works in our favor. But when they come so fast, and the D are always pinching, they're always reloading and then trying to get it back behind you. So I'd say that's the strength of their team, is their speed and their forecheck.
When they're coming that hard, sorry. Is your mentality just to get it out, or is it to try and make a play to start the other way?
I think it's definitely just to try and get the puck shielded from their first guy, either get it to my partner or get it off the glass and just put it behind them. So our forwards, we're a forechecking team as well, and we have a lot of fast guys. So I think just putting it behind them and making sure that they can't get their flow going is the best and safest way to go about it.
Hey, I'm sure growing up you watched the NHL playoffs. At any point in the last couple of weeks have you had an "oh wow, I'm playing in the NHL playoffs" moment?
I think the first game at the Garden, when we came out and it was absolutely rocking, and I remember turning to Revo, and I was sitting beside him on the bench. He said it's the same thing, just louder. And that kind of helped settle me down, and it's exactly what it felt like. It felt like a hockey game that was just way louder. So yeah.
Do you expect more physicality tonight? Do you think you need to be more physical as a group back there?
I think I expect more physicality, definitely, and I do think that we need to be a little bit harder. I thought our first 2 periods, especially first 2 periods and a half, we played a really good game. And yeah, I think just finishing guys and being hard on the guys in the corner will definitely help us for sure.
Are the playoffs what you expected them to be when you had it in your mind as a kid growing up?
I would say so. I think you watch it and it's the same. Like, it's so loud, it's crazy, everything's amplified, and I think it's a little bit more than what I expected. I always knew it was an amazing thing, but it's definitely fulfilled my expectations and even exceeded them.
And you said, when Revo said that to you on the bench, that calmed you down. That was in game 1 of the
Yep.
playoffs, first game. Have you felt calm in the playoffs since then? Have you had moments where you've had to calm yourself down too?
I think the only other one was our first game in Pittsburgh, the opposite. When you have the fans behind you, it's a different feeling than when the fans are against you. So I think those first game 1 and game 3 were the 2 big moments that I was like, take a breath. Just playing hockey.
Were you able to take a breath in that game?
Definitely, I think so, yeah.